So, let me pitch you this. You know driving games, right? And you know collectathon platformers, right?
No. No way!
So what if you take those almost completely opposite things, smash them together, and give it that aesthetic?
Yeah, I tried to show.
Yeah, I really did just combine your favorite aesthetic song with sicko mode. What are you gonna do about it? Hey Trey, would you like to take advantage of a Steam Lunar New Year's sale? Nah, boy, I'm going to the eShop and getting me $8 off that car. Yeah, look at this thing. It was on sale, and the prospect of it being a driving/collectathon platformer game just drew me in. Now, I wasn't planning on doing a video on this game, let alone a recent review instead of a quick look. Yeah, it came out only a few months ago from Nintendo Switch eShop for like $8, and it's been on like huge sales a bunch of times. I believe they should try to get it on Steam. It would be very, with all the sales, it would be perfect fit there. Or at least some other platform. I mean, it's exclusive to the eShop, so I think they should, find new places for it. They being the Edis brothers of E-Zone Games. They seem to have been making, web flash games since, the 90s, and also some mobile games, including some AR ones,
Watch me whip! Watch me nay-nay!
It looks like Kart Quest is their first big break into the gaming industry, so whatever platform that it's on, let's just jump right in and check it out. So, you're this random car being that has been transported to this digital world known as Blockteria by this Easter Island head statue guy named Lord Blockstar or something. Some EMP pulse has wiped out the place, and all of the memories and crap are now backed up on these shiny geometric artifacts, and you gotta go collect them in order to restore his memories, therefore, furthermore, restoring this cybernetic world back to its former aesthetic glory. One fricking brick at a frickin' time. Yeah, this story is not much, but it gets more interesting towards the end, but it's enough to boot you on this quest and give you an excuse to have some fun. Yeah, this game doesn't look like much. I think one blogger put it best, baby's first Unity game, but they tried to tie it up with this aesthetic style. It doesn't look ugly, as in the graphics look solid and everything looks thematically appropriate, but it doesn't look good per se, as in nothing really visually impressive that something aesthetic 24-hour lo-fi chill beats to study, sleep to could bring to the table. Speaking of the music, you may be wondering why I'm playing this downtime Mario Galaxy Paper Mario 2 music instead of some lo-fi aesthetic 80s synth future bass type music. Well, that's because that's what this game's entire soundtrack sounds like. I mean, it fits. It absolutely fits. But I'm kinda disappointed, personally. So yeah, for trying to be aesthetic, it kinda lacking the aesthetics department, so, not so much bad, but just, lacking, a missed opportunity. It just echoes the aesthetic style that has been kind of circulating the internet recently. Well, despite mostly looking like this, there's a good variety in the stage theming, but now given this weird blocky twist, from islands to pastures to an icy lake, to more unique things like a sandy ruin, hedge maze, and plain old challenge settings mostly. Anyhow, to the gameplay itself, I feel like the starting area could have been more spacious so you can get a feel for your controls and physics. Yeah, this feels kind of wonky. They say it should play like a kart racer, but this is more like standard arcadey car physics, but wonky. Why do you fall so slowly? Honestly. also have his drift you can boost off of. As with most things, you get the hang of it after a while, and I don't know if it would have been better to feel like Mario Kart or something else like it alludes to, or I guess you have more control with realistic physics or realistic-ish. I'm pretty sure it would be a hard call to make, since I don't know if a driving platformer has been done before, or at least in the collectathon sense. Which is a big reason why I got this game. If there's like other driving platformers, especially collectathon ones, please comment, let me know. Speaking of which, one thing I started wondering was, what kind of abilities could I get with this car? You know, in like other games of this nature, your character could gain new abilities for new challenges and areas. Think of all the potential ones for a car. A boost to make longer gaps, a gun attachment, driving on walls, spring jump, floating on water instead of just sinking. Oh, you can already do that. Sadly, this moveset is all you have for the entire game. I don't think it detracts from the experience. It's more of something you'd see in a sequel anyways, but you want to know what really detracts from this game? Sliding block puzzles. Hey, I would very much appreciate it if all the routes and terrain were more fitting for a car with curvatures and such. Yeah, thank you. Now I'm getting to the point where I actually talk about what you do in the game. Collecting crap. You'll notice these batteries strewn all about the place, and they are used to open up portals to the other realms. Or, more accurately, sub-realms that branch off of this main one. When I first heard of this, I immediately thought of Spyro and that there's a set number of batteries for each realm that you have to collect, but now they respawn and you can gather how many you need. Which means you should be gathering constantly, because when you inevitably fall off, you'll lose a couple dozen or whatever number. Even though I feel like restarting you at the very beginning of a realm is already punishment enough, especially a sub one. You have to like start almost all over. These portals get expensive later on, so expect to go this route every time you exit a realm or die and respawn. Look at me go. And then there's this game's main collectible, the previously mentioned artifacts. You find them, you grab them, it shows you what's changed, and then Lord Blockstars give you a funny haha quip.
You're getting so good at bridge building, I should call you Bridget. Not to be a pain, but you have one more window to open. Get it? Window? Pain?
Boo!
I'm sorry, man. I liked you at first, but you got real grating after a while. Thankfully, you can press X to skip, but I bought this game, so I'm finishing and taking all the dialogue head on. Man, it's evident this guy had way too much fun with Face Rig. Yeah, I caught out the software. I know what you're using.
Oh my hot sauce. Oh, the pain now, the pain now, the pain. Face Rig is only good for female Twitch streamers to use anime faces to easily gain followers.
Let it be known, you better be paying good attention to where the camera goes after collecting an artifact, because it will show you once and only once. If you miss it, good luck scouring the map for a new pathway. I know I missed it a few times because I started to go on autopilot because of this routine. There was one part where I missed it and had no idea where to go, so I went to watch a walkthrough on YouTube, and the person got stuck on the same exact part I did for like 30 minutes. Like, what the heck? I am not joking. Pay good attention. I wish you can press like minus or something to show you the place again, or even a log on the artifacts like any other collectathon would allow you to do, but nah, if you missed one, well, here's a hint. It is likely on the other side of the map. Here, I would like to present to you CarQuest's design theory. Yeah, I bet you'll get invited to speak at a GDC conference for this one. Dang, that was harsh. What an extremely tiresome way to pad out your game's runtime, Mr. 8 hours of experience. More like 8 hours going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It wouldn't be half as bad if there were multiple fun routes to take. You repeat this process over and over again, because you collect the daggum things one at a time in a strict linear progression. Why? Give me options. Why would I ever want to replay this game if this is going to be how it is? You know, in most collectathons, you usually have areas to complete at your own pace and then go on to the next and maybe not even have to collect all the main collectibles, and yeah, this ain't it, and it gets so repetitive. I can hardly believe I made it to the end of this game from how freaking excruciating it is. I feel like their design got better as they went along, to be honest. There are some splits in the patterns where you can do one set of artifacts or another, but you have to get them all in the end, but it's a nice change of pace. Hands down, the best part of this game is the freaking epilogue of all things, where everything is back to normal. I'm sorry, I'm kind of spoiling this, but there's NPCs with unique characteristics, with cool hints of where to find the hidden collectibles, and yeah, you can get these remaining hidden collectibles in whatever order you want. Yeah, the final collectibles are these funky stained glass museum pieces. You collect a couple in the main campaign, they're optional, but they all become attainable after the main story. Okay, 2 of these are bullcrap. One you have to play through a sub-realm all the way through again. Like, yeah, that was one of the more fun ones, but I didn't want to play it twice. Like, come on, guys. And there's this one right here, because there is no indication or hint that it is here in this particular spot, so yeah, you're welcome. After collecting all of those, you can choose between 2 similar endings and get your file erased. Neat. That was a rant. You know, I realize I'm giving this game and its design an overly harsh time because I probably came at it with the wrong expectations. I don't think one should think of it as a driving game mixed with a collectathon platformer, but as a driving puzzle game. When you look at it that way, everything just kind of makes sense. Saying that, this game is a pretty solid and creative puzzle and exploration game. Then again, I feel like my criticisms of the drawn out gameplay, the dude yabbling crap too much, the get lost if you blink possibilities, hey look, they're actually patching that, and a general snore fest of a gameplay loop still apply. Even if they were going for a puzzle game that kinda evokes a collectathon, I feel like it would have been better overall if they implemented more collectathon elements and mechanics from the way they structured this game overall, if that makes sense. So, in the end, do I recommend Kart Quest? Not for $10, I don't. But I think the $1 to $2 that you can get it for it on sale is kind of underpaying. They probably should have just sold it for $5 this whole time. They should be trying to get it on other platforms, if anything. Yeah, I don't think this game is very good, but I stuck around to the end and 100% cleared it for some reason. There's a sense of exploration and a neat catharsis of driving around efficiently in these harder driving places. If they make a sequel, and I really wish they do, as I see there's a lot of potential here. I feel like they should go all the way with the collectathon idea. Give a player a large open area to drive in, completing challenges for collectibles, unlocking new realms through milestones or gaining new abilities. Maybe even have racing challenges or car-related stuff. Maybe narrative-wise, our wheeled hero decides to go off to save other digital worlds, since that is the reason why he's been given life. Hey, did I show that ridiculous reason why you're playing the card in the first place?
I pleaded for you to help, but for some reason you totally ignored me.
I just realized that if this game did get a sequel, the subtitle of Electric Boogaloo would actually make sense. Wow. Well, whether or not E-Zone plans to make another Kart Quest, they got on my radar. And I saw they're currently developing another big game for the Switch for their mascot, Lenny Loose Jocks. Hey, if I play that game and I find myself going from one end of the map to the other repeatedly in a linear section, I am going to come down to your mythical homeland of Australia and loosen your ground harnesses so you'll fall into the sun. Got it? Well, that's all the hopefully constructive criticism I can muster towards this game. It's okay, but extremely repetitive. Get it on sale, or at least somehow support the devs. I'm TreyGamr58, and I'm probably going to let it data rot on my Switch for eternity. Now, I don't usually like to plug like this, but can we get to 100 subs before the summer? I think that's a reasonable goal. Like, comment, and subscribe, because psychologically you're more likely to do so if I tell you, even though if it makes me feel like a dictator. Check out my other videos for more obscure indie games, like this one Marble Marcher one that's coming up or is already out, I'm not sure yet. And I'll keep playing Apex Legends and ignoring making vids, because I joked about it on my Tetris 99 review and now I'm addicted. Help. Stay fresh, my aesthetic boys. See ya.